It's Monday. You know what that means? Movie Monday, but I'm also starting a new reading vlog. Hi, welcome to the channel. Welcome or welcome back. My name's Sherry, and it is Movie Monday, which means I saw 3 movies today. I've been seeing 3. That's been like the number. I've also been seeing repeating 3s, so I need to figure out exactly what that means. But I saw 3 films today. I saw Lakota Nation versus the United States, which very interesting. Everybody should be watching that. And I saw King on Screen, which to me was a pretty basic documentary, but it was just about all of the films that have been adapted from Stephen King novels. And honestly, it made me want to start my Stephen King reading journey again. I think I've read about 10 of his novels. I remember a long time ago, I was like, I'm gonna read every single one of his books. And I haven't done that, obviously. I also saw The Pod Generation, which, very interesting concept. It is very much like an episode of Black Mirror if it was longer, and has us asking some very interesting questions about the future and motherhood and the birthing process. And pregnancy. So it's very interesting. Anyway, that's not what this vlog is about. I have a lovely friend. Her name is Kerry, and she wrote a book. She wrote her first book, which is so exciting, and it's a romance novel, and I'm gonna read it. It's called Fast Love, and let me just read the synopsis because it sounds fantastic. Okay, so I've got to read you this synopsis on Goodreads. This is the book on Goodreads. I'll also put a little photo up here. But it says a witty and lighthearted queer romantic comedy about instant attraction and taking a risk, with caution flags along the way. Escaping her writer's block and crumbling engagement, historical romance novelist Julia Shaw heads to LA as a maid of honor in her sister's hasty wedding. Her brief flirtation which is the part I'm on now, with a stock car driver, Bobby Yoshida Barnes, which I love the name Bobby Yoshida Barnes. Let's just say that. At the airport bar, promises to be the highlight of her trip, but the irresistibly charming Bobby is the best woman at the same wedding. Wild. The two are firing on all cylinders until they disagree on the wisdom of their siblings' plan to marry. While Julia plots to derail the ceremony, Bobby needs the wedding to go off without a hitch or lose her race car sponsorship. In a race against Bobby's career demands and Julia's agent threatening to destroy her, can love cross the finish line first? Fast Love is the first book in the Fast Love queer romantic comedy series. Kerry Lockhart's delightful debut has sparkly female characters, an adorable floppy-haired dog, a big romance gesture, we love a gesture, and drag queen sumo wrestlers thrown in for a good measure. Get your motor running for this hilarious tale of love at first banter. It sounds great. It sounds so fun. So I am reading that on my Kindle right now. I just started. I'm 2 pages in. So this is gonna be a reading vlog of reading that book, my friend's first book. This is so exciting. And I'll put all her links at the bottom and all of that, and her pre-order link. Her book comes out August 24th. And let's get reading. I'm home. I've got my water. I've got snacks. I have snacks on snacks on snacks. And I am going to make a dent in Fast Love. I am 14% of the way through. I would love to it says that I only have 6 hours left in the book, but I feel like I can probably get it down to 5 maybe, because it was 5 the other day and then it went to 6. So I feel like I have about maybe 5 hours left in the book, and 5 or 6 hours, whatever. And I feel like it's 8 o'clock. So I'm gonna see how much I can read in the next couple hours. I will probably get some ambiance going on my TV, and I have snacks, and that makes me super excited. I was thinking about making dinner, but I was like, wait, I just want snacks. What is it called? Girl dinner. That's what I have basically. So I have the famous Trader Joe's buffalo style chicken dip. And I got this before and I was like, I'm gonna try it. Delicious, and I feel like I'm addicted. And I got some chips. I have leftover chips from Chipotle. I got some sesame sticks. These are crunchy wheat snacks with sesame seeds. These sound really boring, but they taste really good. I've had them before, and they look boring, they look healthy, and they probably are, but they're really good to snack on. And then for a little sweet, because I was feeling sweets, I got these snacky clusters. All this from Trader Joe's, of course. These snacky clusters. They're sea salt potato chips. Also, I love I love a chocolate covered potato chip. I know that's weird, but they're delicious. Okay, salty and sweet. It's like chocolate with sea salt, basically. That's like what it is. So potato chips, corn chip dippers, and mini pretzel nuggets mixed in milk chocolate. They're actually really good. I love a salty mixed with sweet snack. I love it. I'm definitely gonna open this right now, and then we're gonna read and we're gonna see how much I can get done tonight, because I don't work again until tomorrow evening. So I'm just gonna hopefully finish this book. And again, I'm really liking it. I feel like it always takes me, it's really well written, and I feel like it always takes me a second when I start a new book to kind of like pick up the writing style of the author. And so this is no different. And I'm trying to get used to like all the characters, because there's like our two main characters, and then they have like assistants and other people with them. So I'm trying to like keep them all organized. They finally made it to like the wedding. So they finally like seen each other and kind of been like, wait a second, I met you at the bar. I met you at the bar. And I don't think they've approached each other yet. I think they've just kind of like realized separately. I am gonna keep reading and we'll see how far I can get. About to eat my snacks and have a cozy Saturday night.
Don't wanna get in trouble that you don't find, 'cause you got me. I don't wanna break your little bubble, but you gotta wake up to reality.
I'm loving Fast Love. It's funny, it's witty. The characters are just I don't know. So I'm realizing, okay, so we're at the wedding weekend, and basically it's not the wedding weekend. It's like leading up to the wedding, and because they're doing like fittings for tuxes, fittings for just different things, and they're having a party and they're having dinner because the couple doesn't want to do like traditional wedding stuff. So they're doing little different things. They're just having a party. They're not doing rehearsal dinner. They're not doing just like the regular, not doing a bachelor and bachelorette party. And so basically I finally realized Julia is the sister of the groom, of the bride, PJ, and Bobby is the like half sister of the groom, who is totally like detached. So I just don't feel like there's a lot of love between the people getting married, but that's besides the point, because the story's not about them. But the amount of tension and chemistry between Bobby and Julia is like, I'm living for it. I'm squealing. I'm loving it. I'm just like, girl, when are you going to kiss? When are you guys going to kiss? And I really like, they keep getting into these like really awkward situations and like weird interactions. And it's just cracking me up, because they also have Sandy, who is Julia's like photographer. I think maybe like assistant, also friend. And he kind of like tags along with them and gets into these like little shenanigan, crazy things with them. And I just kind of like love this trio. I wish that I had more like Bobby race car stuff. I don't know why, but I do love the chemistry between Julia and Bobby. It's like, it's really fun and playful and sexual, and it's like just really cute. They're almost teetering into like enemies to lovers, because Julia doesn't want this wedding to happen, because she's like, this wedding seems fishy and I don't want my sister doing something she's going to regret. Okay. So she's trying to basically sabotage the wedding. And this is all in the synopsis, by the way. And Bobby is like, what are you doing? No, we're not going to do that. Like, why would you try? Why would you do this? So they're kind of like butting heads in that way, but they also get into these little weird situations where they have to like come together. So it's just, their dynamics really interesting and it's really cute. I'm only already 60% in. They've only kissed once. The big wrench in all of this is that Julia is actually engaged already to another woman. I think her name's Nicole. She's like her agent also. And they call her like Lady Macbeth. Sandy calls her Lady Macbeth. So she's kind of like dealing with that, because she knows she's not in love with Nicole. Like, she's just like, I need to end things with her. And she's feeling all these things for Bobby. I'm usually not huge on the cheating trope, but the relationship between Nicole and Julia it's like it's not like in a relationship at all. And Nicole isn't really in the picture at all. And she doesn't really seem like a great partner. She seems more like an agent. And Julia knows that she doesn't want to get married to Nicole. So she needs to like break that off. And I'm sure that's going to happen. But the thing is, Bobby doesn't know that also. So that's the thing where I'm like, girl, you going to tell her? You going to tell her? So I don't know. I'm loving it. It's really cute. I am so proud of my friend for writing this book, honestly. I have known this friend for a long time, and I feel like writing has always been their passion. And to finally have a book in my hands that's like finished and fantastic, I could not be more proud. So I'm hoping to finish it today, if not tomorrow, but we all know tomorrow's movie Monday. So I don't normally get a lot of movies done, a lot of reading done on Mondays, but I do have work later. So hopefully I can eat my dumplings, finish watching some YouTube, and then finish Fast Love.
Your head is full of dreams. Tears are a proof of failure. You just gotta let them.
I forgot, but something happened. Julia found out something about Bobby that's kind of like, if she doesn't have all the context, could completely ruin like all of her feelings for Bobby. And that's like what's happening right now. Basically, Julia's like I don't want to say what happened, but Julia's kind of like, you could tell she's like reeling and just kind of like, why wouldn't she tell me? I know this and that. And like, I don't know. So it's interesting because Julia has her own kind of like things that she needs to tell Bobby. So it's interesting. And I think she's like really grappling with that. But bombshell was dropped for sure.
Gonna give it to you. You gotta chase it. Gotta believe it.
Nicole just showed up at the wedding and I feel like shit's about to go down. I gasped audibly when Nicole showed up on the scene. I was not ready for that.
It is full of dreams. Tears are
I have officially finished Fast Love. So let's chat about it. So Fast Love is a new queer romance by Kerry Lockhart, my friend, and it follows a race car driver named Bobby and a writer named Julia. Okay, so the book takes place at a wedding, and for the majority of the book, like a wedding weekend, and Julia is the sister of the bride and Bobby is the half-sister of, or stepsister? Half or step sister of the groom. Now, from the beginning, we can tell that like something is off with the main couple because, you know, the groom doesn't seem super interested and Julia is just kind of like, something seems off. And so Julia is like, I don't want my sister to marry Aiden because he's a douche. And she could just tell something's off. So basically her plan is to like ruin the wedding. So her and Bobby throughout this whole time have these like little flirtations and they're really cute. The banter is great in the book and it's funny and the characters are good. There's another side character named Sandy who is almost in it as much as the main characters and he is hilarious. Some of the side characters, like something happens with Julia and her mom and just the conversation that they have is just really sweet and very eye-opening for Julia. Julia has a weird relationship with her family. Both women have weird relationships with their families, I would say. But Julia's definitely gets a little bit more resolved. Bobby has a really shitty relationship with her dad, who is actually also a sponsor for her. And he does something really annoying, almost unforgivable, even though she does forgive him. And that's a whole other thing though, but I don't want to spoil too much. But so basically, Julia is like, I cannot have this wedding continue. And Bobby's like, no. Like, I don't, like, she's like, no, I don't want you to break up this wedding. So they kind of like, they don't go to enemies, but they definitely are like, not even butting heads, but they definitely are just on opposing sides of like the issue of like what they want to happen. But throughout this time, they're also having these flirtations and they're also starting to fall for each other and their chemistry is great. It's really believable. And there's a catch, not a catch. There's one small issue. Julia is engaged also to her agent. Okay. Now, her agent sucks. Like, she's just not a great person. Sandy actually calls her Lady Macbeth, which I think is hilarious. And so there's just that small detail that Julia kind of has to deal with. So she's dealing with like knowing that the relationship with her and Nicole, the agent, is not going to work out, both professionally and romantically, but also starting to have these very deep and intense feelings for Bobby. So, you know, things unfold, things get crazy. The situations that they get themselves into are hilarious. And the book was just like fun, but also romantic. And I really liked it. I do wish that there was more scenes with like Bobby and like the race car stuff, because at first I was like, oh, maybe this is a sports romance, but it's not really a sports romance. You don't really see Bobby in the sports world that much. A little bit at the end and a little bit at the beginning, but not too much, because that's because most of the book takes place over like the wedding weekend. But I just thought it was just so cute and so fun and so well written. And the one thing also that I wanted more of, and I feel like the ending of the book does keep it open for that to happen. I feel like because there's so many complications in their relationship as far as like outside forces, Bobby has this like ex that she's still kind of dealing with that still comes around. She's dealing with her dad, she's dealing with her brother, dealing with her career, trying to figure out what's next in like the racing world, trying to get sponsors. And then Julia is like trying to ruin this wedding. She has a fiance. So we never get time with them without complications until the very end. Obviously, you get your happy ending. It's a romance novel, obviously, but we don't get as much time with them without complications. And that's what I would have wanted more of. But it feels like the ending is very open-ended, where there could be another book like with them again, which I think would be really cool, or even like a side book or like a novella, I don't know, or like an epilogue, I don't know. I felt like, but I wanted more. I wanted more. Like, I'm like, I want more with these two characters together just being happy. And that's what I hope for. If there's like another book. So I don't know, friend, are you gonna write another book? I feel like that would be super awesome to just see them existing and happy together without all the like, you know, the exes and all that. But there's a cute dog in it, and it's just a fun queer romance, and I loved it. The book comes out August 24th, Thursday. It's already available for pre-order, and it's gonna be on Kindle Unlimited, which I think is freaking awesome. And I think Kindle Unlimited is a great place for romance, and I think this to be on Kindle Unlimited is awesome. So I'll like link everything below. But I am so proud of my friend, because we have talked about her writing a book for a long time. We've known each other for over 10 years, and we've talked about her writing a book for a long time, and it is here. Look at that. It is in my hands, and I am so excited she let me read it, that she gave me an art copy, and I'm glad that I got to do a video for her. So read the book if you want a queer romance, if you want a great like side characters, if you want a wedding setting, if you want drama and cute dogs and just good writing, pick up this book. Again, it'll be on Kindle Unlimited. And until next time, this was so fun. Don't forget to follow me. I'll probably post the book on like Instagram too. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok. And please subscribe, because I love doing this. And until next time.